You know what I do? No, you know how I do. I just do me. I just do me. I be getting that money. They know me for moving that tree.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy time. T.Y. the Lone Star Chef. Whatever you want to call me. Whatever it is. You already know what I'm here to do, man. I'm here to talk my... Yeah, I know. I be bull crapping. I know. But listen, you know, we're gonna do this one a little something like this. We're gonna mix it up a little bit tonight, you know what I mean? First off, I wanna say, shout out to my boys, Dallas Cowboys, you know what I mean? Shout out to them boys. Lick a shot for them. I said lick a shot for them. I said lick a shot for them. The boys are making some moves, you know what I mean? I want to say thank you, B. Cooks, for your services, you know what I mean? I feel as though we ain't really used you to your full potential. You only really had like one season where it showed that you can be that number two. You know what I mean? You know, you're a veteran. You done put in your time. You know what I mean? It's time for you to, you know, take that backseat role just a little bit and be that veteran presence and that you was.
Second and goal. Prescott going for Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Dallas.
Cooks is,
you know, what can we call him? I'm gonna think of a nickname for Eminem. We're gonna think of a nickname for Eminem because I don't think Eminem really used you to your full potential. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say I don't think. The whole world knows he didn't use you to your full potential. You know what I mean? And you were supposed to hold it down more than what you did, for real. You and CD should have had 1,000-yard season if they would have threw that thing up right. And then you picked Turpin, add Turpin into the mix. Yeah, I mean, you know, Jalen Turpin was hurt, but you know, last year he showed a lot of promise. But you add Turpin to the mix, boy. Safeties would have had to play 30 yards back. You know what I'm saying? Between Cooks, CD, and Turpin, defense with the safeties would have had to be like 30 yards back. They would have had to have their linebackers like 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. You know what I mean? Because it was going to blow their top off. Them boys would have blew their top off. Them boys would have blew their top off. But Eminem ain't used you to your full potential. Them plays wasn't really playing. You feel me? But you know, I want to thank Devontae Turpin for his service. The boy D-Law, I would thank you for your service, but you want to send shots on your way out the door. You know what I'm saying? And I know you try to clean it up, but nah, you want to send shots on your way out the door. And I know you tried to clean it up, but you want to send shots on your way out the door. And Mike Parsons had to get in that behind like a hemorrhoid, you know what I'm saying? He had to get up in that behind like a hemorrhoid, you know what I mean? He sent shot right back. But, you know, but I ain't going to be a hater, though. I ain't going to stoop down to your level, you know. Thanks, D-Law, for your services as well. Yeah, man. But before you try to point the finger talking about how Micah should be more focused on winning instead of podcasting. Just remember, bro, you was on that same football field with that same line. Yeah, man. And in fact, Micah Presence opened up a lot for the rest of the D line. Yeah, man. But it is what it is. Thank you for your service. They didn't grab Miles Sanders, and I know I'm all late to the party, but I'm just happy these boys is making moves. You know what I'm saying? Brought back Dante Fowler. I guess they trying to get a little insurance just in case Marshawn Nealon don't playing out the way that they want to. And I'm pretty sure they're going to address something on the D line in that draft. Didn't we get a big nose tackle too? I think it was Carlos Watkins or something. Then we got a big nose tackle too. But and I believe they're going to address the wide receiver spot in the draft as well, and let Tolbert go ahead and try to fight for that spot, and see if he can either hold it down in the slot or number 2. You know what I mean? But we'll see. But shout out to them boys, man. I'm happy for my I'm happy for my boys. They finally making splashes early on, so you can kind of see, the direction that they headed in. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that, we chose a coach that ain't really got no head coaching experience. So therefore, teams won't really know how to attack him just yet. But just don't give up too much tape during training camp. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up too much tape during training camp, y'all. Because that can be our scariest asset right there. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they not going to know how to prepare for him because they don't know what type of tendencies and all that he got. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you can plan for the players, but how can you really plan for them if he used them different than how Eminem chose to use them? You know what I'm saying? Because I believe Micah should have been in a lot of different positions, And it's funny because I play Madden 25, and the one Cowboys cards that they came out this year that put him in all different positions was Micah. They had him at free safety. They had him at middle linebacker. They got him at left and right outside linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they had him like all over the field. You know what I mean? So I that's how I think y'all should be utilizing him. So defenses can't just prepare for him being off the edge and they run right at him. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think that should be the case. So they run the opposite way to take him out the picture. Like, I don't think that should be the case. Like, you gotta know how to mix it up and utilize main man so you can get the most from your player. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see what we're going to finish doing on this off season. I cannot wait until football season start. When football season is over, it's like what do you do? Like, what do you do? Like, yeah, man, as we gotta start watching all the reality TV shows and all that. I mean, I do watch a lot of the YouTube podcasts and all that because football is life. But in other news, yeah, I mean, let's move on forward. You know what I mean? We'll talk more about the Dallas Cowboys later. You know what I mean? But in other news, why am I hearing that Busta Bus is playing with them fun boys, man? Like, like, why am I hearing like, bro? At the end of the day, your preference is your preference. You do what you do. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody nobody knocking what you doing in the bedroom, but my whole thing is, what I don't get about these dudes is, and it's not like a surprise. I guess it's a surprise because I kind of looked up to Bush. You know what I mean? But it's not really a surprise because it ain't like Bush, play that role of him being player Mac Daddy. You know what I mean? Or any of that. But it's not a surprise because when you really think about, like, I don't think I ever seen Bush with a woman. I don't think I ever seen that. You know what I mean? So those like the signs that you gotta watch out for, right? That's why I don't find it hard to believe, because I don't believe I ever seen him with a woman. Like, I don't. I don't. And I was trying hard to think, you know what I mean? You want some more? Give me some more. Like, he's always been split. And then always having the weird little videos and all that. Like, he was different, but I gotta look at that video. You know what? Because baby, if you give it to me, I give it to you. Maybe I gotta look at that. You know what I mean? But my whole thing is, if that's what you gonna do, just say that. Just come on and say that. Not that the world need to be in your business, but y'all dudes be out here, playing sword fights, having sword fights, and then be sleeping with women at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, this is why the rates are where they at. You know what I mean? This is why they are where they at. Like, nah, stick to your side of the track. You know what I mean? Stick to your side of the track. And if you are like finding yourself somewhere in the middle, then say that. Let the world be known. Let it be known to the world. You feel me? Especially when you're in that position. Like, when you're in that position, like, because you're going to get a lot of people flocking for you just because of who you are. So let that be known. You know what I mean? But it was crazy when I heard it. And all these stories. I was like, yo, not Bust. Like, you know what I mean? I guess Busta don't just stand for Busta Rhymes. Like, yeah, man. My bad, that was the wrong one. Like, yeah, me. But yeah, man, that's kind of like crazy. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, we gotta cool out on that. Like, if that's the life that you want to live, go ahead and live your best life. Your sexual preference ain't nobody business. Like, but you getting looked at the way that you get looked at, you got to put that out on Front Street. And then it's kind of like what's that movie I was watching? I forget, but I know Main Man was he a rapper or something? The whole time he bashing gay people and all that, just to find out he really gay. like it's like, yo, he out there bashing fun boys, like, and he really the one that's a fun boy. Like this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Like, you cannot make this stuff up. Like, you cannot make this stuff up. Just be honest. That's all we can ask for. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be honest. At the end of the day, I mean, you do you. You do you. Right? Ain't nobody say nothing. Do you? And in other news though, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. We still looking for those 200 subscribers, Mike. Where are you? I can't see you. We still looking for them 200 subscribers, Mike. I got $200 for you. Wherever you at, I'm looking. I got a deuce for you. I mean, tax man said it's time to collect. Who gonna collect? Where you at? I'm gonna stick all y'all names in the hat. In fact, I got all of y'all name in the hat right now. Yeah, I mean, on the next stream, I'm gonna show you the hat. On the next stream, I'm gonna show you the hat, but I'm gonna just go in there. I'm gonna just pick one, literally, like no bull crap. I'm gonna go in there and pick one. You know what I mean? So why you ain't hit that button yet? Like, yeah, you hit that button. What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Hit that button. Make sure you turn on notifications too, so you can know when to drop. Also, I'm gonna pick the winner in the video, and I'm gonna show y'all how you contact me so you can get your $200. This is gonna let me know if you be watching. You know what I mean? It's gonna let me know if you be watching. Cause if not, you're gonna miss out on your money, baby. You're gonna miss out on that money, baby. Come and get your money, baby. You know what I mean? But back to business. So, Dr. Umar's daughter, or one of them came out, and she want to bash my man. And I don't think nobody's perfect. But what I will say is, why you doing it for the gram, man? Why you doing it for the internet? Like, why you doing it for the internet? You know what I mean? That's why it looks bad. Like we understand what you're saying, and what you're saying holds weight. What you're saying is facts. And he should be held accountable, right? He should be held accountable, right? But how you went about it is wrong. It's plenty of ways that you could have got in contact with him, right? There's plenty of ways you could have got in contact with him without you going online, seeming like you're looking for clout. Prime example, right? I went on a run a long time ago during my BC days, right? Anybody know? Don't know what BC is? That's before Christ, right? So it was a long time, right? So I went on a run, came home, hit out, went on a run, came back to Philadelphia, hit out for a little second. Then I finally turned myself in because I got tired of hiding, right? I'm scared to go outside, thinking I'm going to get locked up. And then, they're going to sit me down anyway. Scared to go outside, thinking every cop is going to know my face. But all in all, I just got tired of living in fear. So I said, you know what? Let me go turn myself in, right? That was the best decision I ever made. So, or no, that was one of the best decisions that I made during that time, right? So, I go turn myself in. Long story short, I finally get released, come home. Now it's time to get my life back on the road, right? While I'm on the run, I left my son behind, right? Left my son behind. So once all this got settled, I went down to my son's grandmother house, because that's his last known address. I thought they were still living there at the time, right? So I get there, they don't live there anymore, right? They don't live there anymore. And this is before the internet, right? But I did do some steps, because you got his name. I have his mother's name, right? You got your father's name. So you can do the same thing. I went on there, paid a little ransom. Guess what? All the addresses that she lived at popped up. Yeah, man. But you know what I did? I went one by one, and I went knock, right? I went knock. The last one that I got to, it was there, right? We had our talk. Boom, boom, boom. I'm back in my sunlight, right? So, I say that to say, you didn't need the internet in your business, right? You didn't need the internet in your business. That's what makes it look bad. Because you could have found him. You could have found, if he had daughters, if you really wanted to get in contact with him and rectify some situation, you could have went to go sit on this man's step. Yo, bro, what's up? You know what I mean? But the way you did it, and then the way he went about it, you gotta understand. He's a public figure. Now all of these years, now he got a little bit of clout. Now you just come from out the woodwork. I don't know y'all situation, but this is just the way that it looks. And from his response, you just come from out the woodwork, right? Why you coming from out the woodwork? You can say you don't want nothing, but why you coming from out the woodwork, right? What is your motive? You know what I mean? You can say it's just, I want to know my sibling. All right, cool. If that is the case, you could have easily found that information without having to involve the world. And you got the world involved. And then you got people trying to look at this man sideways. So, again, you could have handled it differently, right? And now, y'all beefing on the net, right? Umar, Dr. Umar. Yeah, man, I get it. He's a very smart, sophisticated guy, right? You gotta be careful of the things you say and how you move. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if that is your daughter, that's still your daughter, right? And you can't promote black men dating black women and respecting black women and blah, blah, blah. And then you got some black women out here that's yours that won't know how to receive love from a black man because the first black man that should have been loving them abandoned, right?
Message.
So this whole situation could be handled different. You know what I mean? Doctor, well, y'all, she looks like she's grown, but you the adult in this situation. You know what I'm saying? You the adult in this situation. Trust me, I've been there as well. I've had issues where I felt some type of way to how my son was feeling or something that he may have did or whatever, and I reacted like a human. You know what I mean? But all in all, that's still my son. So, I got to come back around and, think reality, right? Speaking of which, let me hit him up right now. You know what I mean? So I got to come back around and think reality. Because at the end of the day, I want what's best for my son. You know what I mean? And I want what's best for my son, right? So regardless if we had a problem for a day, a week, a year, 2 years, all his life, right? That's still my son. And it's never too late to amend the relationship unless you're, you're dead. You know what I mean? That's still your daughter. So whatever y'all got going on, and if that's really your daughter, fix it. Fix it. You can't give people advice. You can't give people advice when you're living in a glass house, right? Your foundation and your structure got to seem sturdy as possible, right? And it looks sturdy. It's just a little hiccup, and it can be fixed. Any real man that's been through something with their kid, they've been here before. The fake ones continue to run, and they don't build no relationship with their children or whatever the case may be. Because a real man understands that his child needs him in his life, whether it's the girl, whether it's the boy. The child needs their father. The child needs their father.
Message.
So, if that's your baby, handle it. Yeah, man, and daughter. You don't know what the situation is, why he's not in your life. Your mother is going to tell you whatever she want to tell you, right? You don't know what happened between them. She could have pushed this man away or whatever. She could have been cheating on this man during the time and don't know if he's yours. Like, so there's a lot of things that could have happened and that we're missing out on. We don't have that information. All in all, the internet shouldn't have heard it. But now that we got it, y'all correct this, man. Let's do better. Black men, your kids need you. So I don't care how bad your relationship is. If you still breathing and your child still breathing, fix that relationship. Pick up the phone. Call your child. Your child needs you. Yeah, man. Your child needs you. Your son will never understand how to be a man without his father. Your daughter will never understand how to be loved by him without her father. Father, fix your relationship with your kids.
Message.
That's all I got to say about that. But wait, there's more. Still looking for them 200 subscribers, man. We still looking for them 200 subscribers, man. Ain't hit that button yet? Oh, you did? Bro, what you doing? Hit that button, man. Turn on them notifications. Hit that like button. Help me get in this algorithm. Without you, there is no me. I need you. Help me. Please. Yeah, man. I love y'all. Yeah. And I forgot. If you made it this far into the video, click one of them videos at the bottom. Yeah, one of them. Click one of them. One of them. Click one of them. Stay in touch. You know what I mean? See what we got going on next. You know? Again, we help us reach some subscribers, man. Help us reach that 200, man. Help us get to that top 200. So I can go ahead and bless whoever I need to bless, you know. All glory go to God. Remember that first. All glory go to God. You know what I mean? Make sure he stay at the center of your universe. But that being said, hopefully you done hit that like button. Hopefully you done hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you turned on the notifications. You know what I mean? And you're going to get that pop-up next time. Drop a video. Hopefully you're a part of the TYS family. But whatever it is, y'all be safe. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all. We out.
You know what I do? You know what I do? You know what I do? No, you know how I do. I just do me. Yeah. I just do me, I be getting that money. They know me for moving that trick. I just do me. If you down with the team, it's like this, we gon' make sure you eat. I just do me, I just trap and get money. You broke, you got nothing on me. I just do me, I just stick to the script. Get money, that's me. I just do me, I be trapping all day. Take account for that money, then breathe. I just do me, so I stay with my strap, cause I'm always running these streets. I just do me.